All right, before we dive into the price action, I want to just review this past week here. I'd been saying leading up to it that this week has the potential to be a breakout week in price for Bitcoin, that it was going to be a very, very important week. And leading up to it, we had some of the members in the Discord say, hey, you know what, can we get some kind of a long setup here so we can long this breakout? And I'd said it's pretty high risk because it could end up being a lower high here and us getting a move down. So the key was to let the bottom round out first. Similarly to our 20.8K long, I said don't be an early longer. Be patient, wait for price to bottom out. Otherwise, it just keeps going down, right? Because that 20.8K long that we had our early longers here come up, unconvincing move, and then what happened? They got wrecked. Then we had our market structure change for continuation. And we had that market structure tutorial video come out earlier this week. And I wanted to show the importance of that, right? So we had this market structure, bearish market structure, then change into bullish market structure, right? And ultimately, I've been trying to show everyone how it's so important not to knife catch and try to catch to long a lower low, because that doesn't confirm we're going to go back up. Instead, look to long higher lows. You don't get the sniper entry at the very bottom, but you still catch the move, and it's a higher probability trade as a win, right? And of course, I'm still in that 20.8K long, and just awesome gains here. Hopefully this gets up to the 1,000% gains if we have some bullish continuation throughout the week here. So what wound up happening, before I take the day off, let's wreck these early longers and get some bullish market structure for long setup. We had our early longers here, right? I made this post and we saw we got to move up before then capitulating down, wrecking our early longers, having a bullish market structure change for then a massive thrust candle to the upside to reclaim this 23.8K daily, right? Just an awesome move. And what was that too, by the way? We can take a look here. If we look at the hourly, we can see that ultimately what happened here, we had a swing failure of this low, right? Just right there, you can see we took out these lows here. Anybody who had their stop losses below here instead of below here, they got taken out, right? And then we had our continuation, right? Our market structure change and continuation. So taking a look at this week, ultimately not much has changed since the Monday market update, right? What we have had happen, however, is we have had our highest daily close to date now. We have taken out the previous high and finally got above the previous month high, right? Had our highest daily close in this lower range. So these are good signals for bullish continuation. But ultimately what needs to happen is that all of this buying power that pushed price up here cannot dry up here now. There needs to be, the bulls cannot disappear. We have to see a nice move up, high volume thrust candle with a low volume retest for then, bullish continuation. But in the meantime, we have great bullish market structure here that there's no reason to believe that we can't, have some degree of continuation. And we were looking at a handful of different levels. We had this naked point of control up here. We also have a weekly level up here that we've had our eye on. Not this one, we want the other one. And we'll take a look at our channel and our wedge to see how those are holding up at this point. Just go like this, clear things up a little bit. We don't need this level right now. So we have our wedge, to which we're still looking for a third touch on the top here. And also putting in the rest of our wave 4. And then we also have our key channel here that we rejected from, reclaimed, and are now rejecting off the midpoint line. And what I had said on Monday is that what's really interesting to me is that all of these lines intersect in this area, right? So ultimately, I will be looking for some degree of resistance in this area and a short setup. Maybe it's a scalp trade, maybe it's a swing short. We'll have to wait and see the reaction if we can get up there, right? Ultimately, if we just take a look at at where we're at here, ultimately, price has been in this range. And this range was put in 2 years ago, right? It was put in all the way back here, back in December of 2020, almost 2 years ago. And we extend that range over, and we can see that really all that we've been doing is going sideways, looking to reclaim this, having a failed auction here, top to bottom, you know, and now we're looking for that breakout of this range, right? Which we might be seeing here. If we can get this breakout, find support, then there's no reason that we can't get a move up to here. And if that level does not give us some degree of a short setup and bearish market structure change, then we look for a thrust through and a continuation up to this level, to which again, if we get up to around that 30K level, in my opinion, there's no reason to be bullish there. We should be looking for some degree of a retracement.